I'm back in my kids' playroom today, and I want to talk to you all about games and what games we as a family from a 3-year-old all the way up to a 10-year-old child have been really loving. I don't know about you, but I love giving games at Christmas time. So here, I just want to talk to you guys about some of the games that we have truly been loving as a family the last few months, if not years. Okay, so we have played multiple games in the past. I feel like our newest game right now that we have been loving is called Triomino. This game I love because my 6-year-old can play it, my 3-year-old can play it, my 8-year-old and my 10-year-old. They just play at different levels. So my 3-year-old matches the numbers and then we add up the score. She's usually on someone's team, of course. But then my 6-year-old can play all by herself. And I love that. The more games I can include the whole family and everyone enjoys it, makes me happy. So this one has been a win the last couple of weeks in our house, and it's just Triomino. It's a new, it's new to us. I really don't know how long it's been out, but we have been loving this game. My son loves it the most, probably because he's won the most, but that is a winner. Another game for my littles that has been super fun that all of my kids have loved is Newton's Tree. Now, I got this because we were going to read about Isaac Newton. I was like, oh, let's add a game. However, my husband even plays this with us a lot, and it's all about like balance in this game. And I don't think I read anything about it. So when I got it, I was really shocked. But you have your tree stump and you have your leaves, and you literally, depending on what your card says, you just add things to your tree, and it's super fun. And then when you're out, the other people continue, like if you knock it over, the other people continue playing, and then you sit out until everyone's been knocked it over and there's one winner left. But it's super fun. You even have a little Isaac Newton little person there, and I just love it. So it's putting in that little seed, you know, that Isaac Newton was about, and balance and gravity and all the fun stuff. It's such a strategy game and I love it. We all play it. It's fun. Something for littles. My 3-year-old, we've had this game for years, and my 3-year-old has been loving it the last couple weeks. It's upside down, sorry. It's called Count Your Chickens. And another reason I love this game is because it's a cooperative game, which means everyone has to work together to play it. And that's important in my house because I can get so competitive, and my kids have taken suit on that, that sometimes it's not very good. So this game is working together, and it's all about counting. You have to get all the chickens into the coop before the hen makes it home. It's really cute. The box says 3 and up. I definitely agree with that. As soon as your kid can count, they can play it. And then it's from 2 to 4 players. So that one is definitely one for the littles, but my 6-year-old plays it with us and still enjoys it. Another game that we all play as a family is Sorry. I could have swore we've had this game in the past, but my mom bought it this summer for my kids and they love it. All 4 of them play it all by themselves, and it keeps them entertained. It's been really good. They will play until the last person hasn't made it home yet. So that's an oldie but a good one, and it's just the good old-fashioned game, Sorry. Enchanted Forest. Let's talk about this game really quick. I literally just told my daughter to grab all of her favorite games and set them in here for me. So sorry if this video is a little confusing or in random order. I'm trying to go like a little bit like family oriented and then up with ages. But this game, my mom again bought it for us, and again it is upside down. It is all about memory. And it can take a very long time to play this game, and I was not expecting that. So the goal for this game is that you have this board, and you start here in the town, and your goal is to make it all the way to the castle and up to the key. where you have these cards that the top will be faced up, and it has a picture on it. And you have to remember as you go around, you can go any kind of direction you want to go. But as you land on these blue ones, there'll be a little tree and you get to look under it when you land there. And so you have to remember all these little tiny pictures under these trees as you make your way up to get to the card. It just takes a while when you're playing with 4 and up, which is as many people as we play. Again though, my 6-year-old loves it, and so does my 3-year-old, who really is not at that age to play yet. The game suggestion is 4 and up, and I would definitely say that's pretty accurate, and then 2 to 6 players. So if you like memory games and you have little in your house that love like fairy tales, that's a good game. It is really good. And Color Brain. I think I bought this around Easter. I can't remember. But Target was having a sale, like buy 2, get 1 free. And my daughter picked this one out, my oldest. And I was like, oh, really? Another Disney game? We have a lot of Disney games in our house. But no joke, it is so much fun. And I'm so bad at it. I'm really bad at it. So if you have not heard of Color Brain, definitely go get it if you are a Disney fan. You literally get a card that says, what are the colors of, I don't know, we'll say, what is the color of the Dalmatians collar in 101 Dalmatians? We'll say the male, I forget its name now. And you have to tell me, is it red or blue? And it will tell you, you need 1 color or 2 colors. And to remember all the colors of all the things is not as easy as it sounds. And so that has been a really fun game that, again, all of us can play as a family. Another game we all play as a family is, oh, I gotta get it, it's on the bottom, is Trio. Now I have this in the big version and I have this on the small version, and Mary over at Mary Hannah Wilson on Instagram got me onto this one, and I love it. So it literally is a version of tic-tac-toe that you play with 4 people. You can actually play 2 to 4 people, and you have to get your color in a row. So it has to either be the same size, and you have 3 different sizes in a row. It can go from biggest to smallest in ascending order. And it's just super fun. Like, more than often, someone wins all the time. Like in a normal tic-tac-toe game, you always have like a cat's game, right? Not in this. Someone usually always wins, I would say 95% of the time. So that's what makes it so much fun. And all my kids can play, and I love that. So you'll see that is a big thing in our house, because if I can incorporate everyone, no one feels left out. And we have a wide range of kids in our house. So my youngest will be 4 in a few weeks, but going all the way up to the 10-year-old, it's not easy to please all of them. So on game nights, to play one game that everyone can play has been really nice. And as I talk about all these games, I don't want to leave out this simple deck of cards. You can play so many things with a deck of cards and dice that, I mean, there's endless possibilities. So I didn't grab it, or my daughter didn't grab it, but I'm thinking of like Yahtzee. We play a card game called Golf. Just multiple things that you guys can do with dice and cards. You don't always have to have a fancy big board game. Okay, PSA over, let's move on. Apples to apples. We don't have the junior version. This, as you see, is like nailed. It's so old, but my oldest have been really loving that lately. We don't play it very often. Here's a game, again, that you can see has gotten a lot of love in my house, and it's Mario Chess. My kids love it. Like, we're teaching my 6-year-old right now how to play chess, and they will play every Sunday with their father as he's cooking breakfast or as I'm cooking breakfast. They seriously love this game. And then the 3-year-old likes to play with the pieces when they get knocked off the board. Something that has really helped us though, and me, learn the game of chess is storytime chess. And this was a pricey game, I won't lie. This was like, but it has been worth it. We have done the first about 5 lessons in this, and we hope to continue. But it has been really good to understand why the pieces move the way they do. And it's really about 2 different kingdoms, and all the different players are different people in their family, and they have stories behind them. And so this has been a really good one to teach my youngest, because it does say 3 and up, me and my, like really all of the kids, all the rules and the reasons why they move the way they do. So that has been good for the whole family as well. Moving on to some big kid games that I have really enjoyed this last year playing with my older 2 who are 8 and 10. Monopoly, which I'm sure we've been playing a lot longer. We are the family that has all the Monopolies. And I say that, and I know we don't, but we have more than I feel like is enough. So this is our this one is our favorite. And it's just the Disney Monopoly. And we actually stole it from my mother-in-law let us have it because I couldn't find it online. And I was really happy about that. We have a Mario Monopoly. We have the Sonic Monopoly. We have Star Wars Monopoly, regular Monopoly, Junior Monopoly. I think that's it. Too many Monopolies, but it's a Monopoly game. They all have a little bit of a twist to them, and so I think one of my favorites has to be the Sonic and the Mario ones because they do play a little bit differently, and I feel like my littles can play a little bit more with those compared to the big ones like this. So Monopoly is always a good one. Catan, my son doesn't love it as much. My daughter does, so she'll play with us and makes us happy because then we don't have to have like adults over all the time to play games because, hello, COVID this year. So she plays with us and I really appreciate that. This game I think says like 14 and up. I can't even find it. Oh, it says 10 and up. So my son, who is 8, totally knows how to play this game, but attention-wise, he's definitely not there yet. I feel like my daughter has more of an attention span, so it just depends on your child. But I would say 8 and up if they have a good attention span. We love this normal Catan. I have a couple versions of that as well. The game that my son has loved, and we got this game when we got the Color Pop game, is Villainous. This has taken us so long to learn. It is definitely a game that big kids need to play because there's a lot of components to it that I still don't even understand. This game says it is 10 and up. So again, like my son, he's 8 and he loves this game. So again, base it off of your kid. I don't always like to base it off what the game says, but this game is definitely hard. In this epic contest of sinister power, take on a role of a Disney villain and strive to achieve your own devious objective. Discover your character's unique abilities and winning strategies while dealing twists of fate to your opponent's schemes. Find out who will trump over the forces of good and win it all. So that's the problem. You have the person you're playing, then you have to kind of know what everyone else's objective is and try to throw them off their objective as you're trying to do your own objective. There's just a lot. So nonetheless, though, it is super fun when you get the hang of it. The more you play, the more the fun, I guess, there is to have. I think we played the first 6 times and never finished. But the last 6 times we've definitely finished. I've won a few. It's been fun. My son's won, so that one has been a really good one. You need some time to play, and it's definitely a learning curve. We've watched the video to learn how to play a few times. It's been good. Last but not least, I'm going to talk about my favorite game because This is a game that comes in different versions as well, and I feel like it's a good geography game. So if you are a mom who loves to play games, this is one that you should have in all the versions. It is Ticket to Ride. So this is the Europe one, and we have the USA one, which I definitely think is easier, so definitely start with that one. And you just take these trains and you travel to different destinations, which lets you figure out and learn different places in the world as well as where they are on the map. And so geography definitely comes into play on this one, and I love it. We have the USA, Europe, Africa. There's many more versions of this game. So definitely check it out if you need a good geography game and your kids are a little bit older. This one says it is for ages 8 and up. And I definitely think that's pretty accurate when it comes to this game. And that's all I have to share with you guys. I hope that was a really good array of games that you guys can now see what you would like to buy for your family this Christmas. We are definitely a game family, and to make it this little of games might seem a lot to you guys, but it really is a little. We play games all the time and truly love it. It brings the whole family together. So I hope I gave you some great ideas. And if you have a favorite game that I didn't mention today, leave me a comment down below, because I would love to know what I should put on my Christmas list this year as well. And if you're a fellow game lover, give this video a thumbs up, and we will catch you next week to talk about some educational things that you can get your kids this year for Christmas, that I even got my kids this year for Christmas. Some things will be new, some things will be old, but we'll catch you next week. Bye, friends.